Alright guys, so been messing around a bit on the range, and one of the problems I've always had in my golf swing, I think it's because I took up golf late in life, was to be overactive with my right side. It's quite a natural thing for amateurs, especially if you didn't learn to swing the golf club as a kid. You pick golf up later on in life and you're more about hitting at the golf ball. It's very hard to get out of that habit of having a overactive right side. And part of my overactive right side is that I release the club early, or I steepen the shaft. Now, a lot of that's due to the way I take the club back, trying to fix that. But it's also due to the fact that I just put pressure on it with my right hand this way onto the shaft on the way down. So I was trying to just figure out ways of counteracting that. And if you suffer from the same problem as I do, this might be a good tip for you. So I discovered, miraculously, that if I get to the top, if I want to stop myself doing this, if I imagine that my left hand is pushing somebody out of the way this way, so the palm of my left hand is going down to the ground, then it stops this right hand pushing this way. So from this angle, I imagine that this hand here at the top is pushing somebody out of the way. If you imagine you're walking in a club or a bar or something, or anywhere, an airport, there's a whole bunch of people in your way, you're trying to get through in a hurry. If you went to like move them out of the way, you would just go like this, right? You would turn your palm towards them, push them out of the way. That feels like quite a powerful gesture, as opposed to this way. Another way of thinking at it is, if you think of the ball just being on the ground there, and if your arm was as long, or if your arm was long enough that it could touch the ground, you got to the top of your backswing and you just wanted to roll the ball down the target line, it's much easier to roll it with the palm of your hand, like that, like this, than it would be with the backhand. Because what that forces you to do, if you want to roll it down the target line, is it forces you to get the hands moving down the target line and the shoulders have to slow down to push that ball down. If you do it with the back of your hand, there's a tendency that the shoulders will keep turning, and as you actually strike the ball, you're moving left. So there you go, move people out of the way. It's like you're swimming or something. But that is a great tip. Got a quick update on my swing. Still working on this little move here. First move away from club, then just trying to sit into my right hip, and then from there I'm just trying to do what I just explained to you. Sit into my right hip, and then from there, thin that one, but from there just move the club away with the palm of my left hand down the line, pushing somebody out of the way. There you go, try that one. It might just work for you. You never know. Alright guys, I bet you thought I was done, but no, because it gets a lot more interesting. Been toying around with this for another few minutes, and just trying to think of reasons why focusing on moving your palm downwards like that would create the right kind of sequences, and I think I've come up with something. So if you look at the left shoulder, this is for right-handed golfers, the left shoulder. If I'm stood here, take the club to the top, if I face the back of my hand downwards, watch what's happened to my shoulder. Just naturally, just by doing that, the shoulder moves down and around almost. Now watch the opposite. Sorry, I don't know if you can see this. Here I am, see my shoulder, top of my backswing. If I move the logo on my golf club towards the ground, as if I was pushing with my right hand. See what happens to that shoulder? It goes down and around, okay? Never a good thing. What you want is you want the shoulder to go up and around. So watch now when I do the opposite. I'm not doing anything. I'm just moving my hand. And as you can see, it almost pushes my shoulder up to the left. And if I focus on doing that, my shoulder automatically wants to go up and around. Is that brilliant or what? I mean, come on. Just pure fluke I've stumbled across this, but here we go, down the line, get to the top. If the logo on my left hand goes towards the ground, you'll see my shoulder automatically wants to go down and around. If, however, I try and face the palm of my left hand towards the ground, the shoulder automatically wants to go up and around. It does it on its own. Try it out, it's brilliant.